Hi, I'm Atticus. Today we're in Salina, Kansas, the headquarters of Blue Beacon, a company that runs more than 110 truck washes across the United States. It's a big job to make sure all those locations are in top shape and to help the truckers maintain their rigs. To get around fast among all their other truck washes, Blue Beacon has its own fleet of corporate jets. Cool, huh? The company has a team of full-time pilots who work exclusively for Blue Beacon, flying employees around all over the place. We're going to meet one of Blue Beacon's jet pilots today and learn about how you can become a jet pilot too. Let's go! This is Sam, a pilot for Blue Beacon. Sam, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very excited about today's episode because I'm pretty sure I already know I want to be a pilot.
That's great. When I was your age, I wanted to be a pilot too. My grandpa was a salesman for Beechcraft in Wichita, Kansas, and he had his own airplane and he would give us rides. It was awesome. As a matter of fact, I can't even remember a time I didn't want to be a pilot. My first job was working at a store that sold radio-controlled airplanes.
My dad's a pilot in the Army National Guard, and I actually just became a cadet airman in the Civil Air Patrol.
Wow, that's excellent. A lot of aviators, astronauts, women, and men in the military start out by volunteering with the Civil Air Patrol. I'd say you're off to a great start.
Thanks, but I really want to hear more about you and your job as a pilot for Blue Beacon. Can you tell me more about what you do?
Sure thing, there are a lot of jobs that pilots can do. While being an airline pilot might be the first thing that comes to mind, there are many different kinds of pilots. I've got friends who fly celebrities in private jets or others who fly medical jets and helicopters to transport people to the hospital in an emergency. I even have friends that fly alongside oil pipelines to inspect them for leaks. I've had a lot of different jobs in my aviation career, but this job here at Blue Beacon is the best one for me. I fly Blue Beacon employees to different truck wash locations to perform maintenance, or managers to various locations to perform their duties. I live in my hometown of Salina, Kansas, which is great because I get to be home a lot more often than maybe some airline pilots. Generally, we only fly a few days a week, and while I'm out of town during those days, it gives me time to explore some of the various locations that we fly to.
What kind of planes do you fly, and do you have a co-pilot?
Right now, we fly Cessna Citation CJ3 and CJ4 jets, which are built and maintained at Textron Aviation in Wichita, Kansas. We do fly with two pilots, and all of us are captain rated, which means any of us can be the lead captain. Generally, one of the pilots will be the left seat pilot on the outbound legs, which means leaving from Salina, and then we'll switch seats and the other pilot will fly the return legs. You want to come check out my jet?
Sure do.
Let's go.
I got a tour of the Blue Beacon hangar and met some of the other aviation staff. Then I got to see inside of Sam's Cessna, which was super cool. He even let me put on headphones and told me a little bit about the controls. I hope someday I'll get to fly a jet like that. Thanks for showing me around. What do you like most about being a pilot?
There are so many things that I love. I love being able to travel. We fly to all sorts of different spots in the US with a lot of great scenery, and it's pretty magical. I can wake up here in Salina, Kansas, take off, and be ready for second breakfast in California. It's a pretty neat life.
How did you learn to be a pilot?
Well, I grew up here in Salina, Kansas. My family and I were always pretty big K-State fans, so it just made sense that I could go to K-State Salina Aerospace and Technology, where they have a great facility and great staff, and learn how to fly there. Do you want to check it out?
That would be so cool. Let's fly ourselves there.
All right, let's go.
Oh, wow! So many planes. You went to school here? Sign me up.
Looking sharp. Yep, here at K-State Salina, they have a professional pilot bachelor degree program, which means you can do your classroom training and your flight training right here in Salina, Kansas. Once you complete your flight training and your hours, you can even become a flight instructor and get paid to teach the new students how to fly. Come on, let me show you around.
Sam showed me the K-State fleet of planes and gave me a tour of Stevens Flight Center. In the aviation maintenance lab, I learned how engines work and saw a lot of equipment used to maintain and fix aircraft. We also toured the operations center, where they can monitor all the planes in the sky at once, or just K-State planes. Okay, this place is very cool. Are you glad you went to college here?
Definitely. And if you don't want to get a college degree, there are other schools you can go to. But personally, I think having a college degree and hands-on experience really got me ready for the ups and downs of the aviation industry. There have been times when I've had to get other kinds of jobs because there weren't enough jobs for pilots. I was glad I had a college degree at those times. That's another reason why I like my corporate job at Blue Beacon. It's stable work I can count on, plus trucks always need to be washed.
Very true. Okay, I have to ask, what's in here? Because it looks super cool.
Oh, you're curious to see what's in there? Think you're up for the challenge?
Let's find out. Wow, can we fly it?
I don't see why not.
Sam and I got to try out the biggest simulator in the lab. And man, it was like no other video game I've ever played. Just like something right out of Top Gun. I could have stayed in there all day.
Pretty cool stuff, huh?
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking me to see it.
Well, I've got one last thing to show you. Come with me.
Are we going where I think we're going?
Oh yeah, my friend Johannes was wondering if you wanted to take a ride in a K-State 172.
Whoa, that would be awesome!
Well, what'd you think?
It was so much better than the simulator. Thank you, Sam. I'll never forget this day. I'd like to thank Sam and everyone here at K-State Salina and the team at Blue Beacon. It was so cool to see what it would be like to be a corporate pilot and a student pilot. I'm so ready to enroll. Be sure to visit higherpaths.com to explore more kinds of high-demand careers. Until next time, this is Atticus signing off in Salina for Cool Careers. Have a great day.